I discovered my best friend of 20 years had been sabotaging my relationships the entire time because she was secretly in love with me. I'm 32F, my best friend is Jasmine, we've been best friends since we were 12 years old, that's 20 years of friendship, sleepovers in middle school, school dances in high school, college adventures, breakups, promotions, family dramas, everything. She was my maid of honor at my wedding, I was hers, we were supposed to be in each other's lives forever, we had talked about being in each other's lives forever, we had made promises about it. Last month, everything changed when I found out she'd been deliberately sabotaging every single romantic relationship I've had for the past decade, every single one. It started when I met my most recent boyfriend, Adrian, he's 33, works in tech as a software engineer, and we met through mutual friends at a party in early October. He seemed perfect, kind, funny, ambitious, emotionally available, had his life together. Within a month, we were exclusive. Within 3 months, I thought he might be the one I'd been waiting for. Then Jasmine started creating problems. At first, it was subtle, almost so subtle I almost didn't notice. She'd text me stories about how Adrian had been flirting with other women. She'd say she'd seen him at a bar across town talking too closely with his coworker named Rebecca. I'd ask Adrian about it and he'd look confused. He'd explain that Rebecca was just his team lead discussing a project deadline. He'd say he'd been standing close because the bar was loud, but something in his explanation made me second guess him anyway. She'd tell me that Adrian seemed secretive about his phone, that he kept it face down on the table when they hung out as a group, that he'd quickly close his screen when she walked by. I'd mention it to Adrian and he'd explain that he did that with everyone because he'd had his identity stolen once and was paranoid about privacy, but his explanation made me wonder if he was actually hiding something. She'd say she'd noticed Adrian asking a lot of questions about my dating history before him, that he seemed overly interested in my exes, that maybe he was trying to figure out what he was up against, that maybe he was comparing himself to them. I started to worry that Adrian didn't feel secure in our relationship, that maybe I wasn't enough for him. With each story Jasmine told me, I felt more paranoid, more insecure, more convinced that Adrian was hiding something from me. My stomach would tie itself in knots when he went out with friends. I'd check my phone obsessively waiting for his messages. I'd replay conversations in my head looking for hidden meanings. Adrian noticed the shift immediately. He asked what was wrong during dinner one night. I told him about Jasmine's concerns. His face went blank for a moment. Then he said Jasmine seemed to have a problem with him and he didn't know why. He suggested maybe we should spend more time without her. Maybe she was jealous. Maybe she felt like she was losing me to a relationship. I defended Jasmine. I said she would never be jealous. I said she was looking out for me. I said she had my best interests at heart. But even as I said it, something felt off. Something didn't add up. But I pushed that feeling away. Jasmine had been my best friend for 20 years. She wouldn't lie to me. She wouldn't manipulate me. That wasn't who she was. Except something inside me knew she was lying. I couldn't explain why, but I could feel it in my gut. So I tested her. I made up a story. I told Jasmine that I'd seen Adrian texting a woman named Kay late at night and I was worried it was his ex-girlfriend.